Debbie, you're lovely, a vivid little thing. Where do you live? Wollongong.
Australia's greatest comedian, Barry Humphries, is best known for his mocking creation, Dame Edna.
No, but there are some nice homes there, aren't there? Do you live anywhere near them, near Debbie? What? No.
However, she is not the whole story. Throughout the 60s, his shows featured a whole cast of characters. From a dropout surfer to a sleazy trade union official. By the mid-70s, though, Humphries had found the three characters with which to take on the world. Edna, the grandfatherly Sandy Stone.
Permit me, if I may. Permit me.
And the granddaddy of political incorrectness, Sir Les Patterson.
My name is Les Patterson.
We tracked down Sir Les to an exclusive Melbourne bar. His relationship with Humphries, like so much else about the comedian, is murky.
I've met Barry Humphries only about twice in my life, and it was 2 times too many. He's up himself, and I don't get the point of him. He's not my type, and he is not a good representative for Australia. That's all I want to say. I'm saying no more. Les Patterson is the most enjoyable character. No story is too filthy, no gesture too lewd, no idea too racist that he cannot articulate it with his own special kind of joy. Les is vulgarity on roller skates. Oh, there's a stony-faced old Sheila sitting down here. Oh, she's got a head on her like a half-sucked mango, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing personal, madam. Nothing personal, I assure you.
Sir Les Patterson is Barry Humphries' rant against political vanity and a certain kind of Australian masculinity.
We were invited to a drinks party at the Australian Embassy, or the Australian consul in London. And Barry, we got there, and the consul was pulling drinks out of the fridge. I could see Barry looking at him with these burning eyes. And I thought, what's Barry looking at? He seems to be very interested in this guy. He was watching him like a hawk the whole evening. And then the next thing I saw, Les Patterson appeared.
Listen, I was born the way I was born. I was worried when I was a kid, Holly. I don't think I've told you this. I was worried that I was a bit deformed down there in the wedding tackle area.
Oh.
But you've never complained, have you?
No.
Holly and I go back a long way. You said last night, I remember, Les, you go back a long way. Les is fairly close to the real thing. There are a number of Australian politicians exactly like Les Patterson. Worse, much worse. There was a superstition that Australia didn't have any culture at all. But my theme was, we have culture coming out of our arseholes.
I often find myself cringing, and it is very crude, but I've met so many Australians like Les Patterson that I recognise the truth in the character.
There were even questions raised in the Australian Parliament. Should Les Patterson, or should Barry Humphries really be allowed to present Les Patterson abroad? I go to the Far East a bit, and I've got little mates there of the opposite sex persuasion. And I have a very nice time in Bangkok. I'm very careful, though. I've never picked anything up that's lasted for very long.
He's more than a cartoon. There is a third dimension to Les that comes from inside Humphries himself.
He does all the things that I try not to do. He smokes, for example. And he's deplorably promiscuous, or wishes he were. No research assistant is safe in his company, but he's oddly attractive to women.
And then there is Sir Les's fondness for a drink, something that Humphries knows more about than most.
There was a period when he was drinking so heavily that it looked as if he might not be able to get himself together as a human being, let alone as an entertainer, ever again.
It's fair to say that Barry's career was going down the toilet. He had a huge drinking problem, which he makes no secret of.
My addiction to alcohol was, at one stage in the late 1960s, a life-threatening problem, certainly a serious health problem, and it of course affected all my relationships, so that my marriage collapsed really as a direct result of this.
Chardonnay, Chardonnay, it's the upmarket drink of today. Although it's not fizzy, it's a beauty aphrodisiac when you're in need of a lay. It used to be...
Today, Les is the opposite of everything Humphries holds dear. But it's his old demons that keep Les alive.
Look, when you go to the dry cleaner, you give them, you have to tell them what the stains are. It helps them, doesn't it? I just write them on a bit of paper and give them across. I said, look at it when I've left the shop. They usually say, look, is it vomit, sperm, or blood? If you know what I tell them, a bit of everything.
Sir Les and Dame Edna let Humphries get away with comedy murder. The rampant sexism, casual racism and mocking cruelty are not his flaws, obviously, but theirs.